million employees and $800 billion in revenues. Mr. Ramsey was previously Chief Executive Officer of One Economy Corporation, a nonprofit organization that leverages the power of technology and information to connect low-income people to the economic mainstream by bringing broadband into their homes, producing public purpose media, and training and employing youth to enhance communities' technological capability. Currently serving as chairman of One Economy, Mr. Ramsey has led the organization's growth from just 4 employees working in a basement to a global organization that has taken root on 4 continents. Since 2000, One Economy has helped bring broadband access to the homes of 300,000 low-income Americans, and more than 17 million people have visited One Economy's multilingual web properties. Prior to the founding of One Economy, Mr. Ramsey served as president and chief operating officer of the Enterprise Foundation. Before joining Enterprise, he was served in the cabinets of 2 governors of Oregon as the state's director of housing and community services and practice law. Mr. Ramsey holds a bachelor's degree from Rutgers University and is a graduate of the University of Virginia Law School. Please welcome Mr. Ramsey.
Nice to see you. I was trying to shrink that so people wouldn't figure out how old I was, and it didn't work. But I'm glad there were no dates on there. I'm just very grateful to be here today, and there are a lot of people to thank. And at the top of the list, I really want to thank Patrick, because I have never seen anybody more dedicated, working so hard for causes. And he really, his office is next to mine. He is always there earlier, he's always there later. It is amazing, and he works from home, all the time as a labor of love. So all the foundations and the corporations that have stepped forward to help us, I also want to thank you, and some of you are here, the Intel Foundation and AT&T and Comcast and others. All of you, your resources have made a big difference. When I joined TechNet 2.5 years ago, one of the things that I talked about in the early interviews that I gave, in fact, at the top of the list, was always education and this notion of the core of what we need. And I was sharing today with Diana, who you'll hear from Intel, is when I go in and meet with members of Congress to try to condense the complexities of all the things that we do, I talk about how America has to be competitive in 3 basic areas, and they're all capital. And so I just say there are 3 types of capital. There's financial capital, there's intellectual capital, and there's human capital. And if you just step